Hey YouTube, Isaiah from the Second Inversions here, and today I want to start a new series with you where I take a song that I really like, learn how to sample it, and make it into a different type of beat. Today we are going to start with a song from a South African artist by the name of Bayeté. The song is Free Angela, Thoughts, and All I've Got to Say. Let's give it a listen. Alright, so we just got done listening to that snippet of the song. Now, compared to the rest of the music, what I love about that section is that the progression is completely different. You would not recognize that this came from the same song if you listen to the first few minutes of it. And it's just a beautiful progression that stuck out to me. So I really want to try and make that into a beat, and now we're going to listen to the chops that I've made for the song. Alright, so you get the gist. Pretty much what I did is I chopped up where it has the next progression. So instead of doing it like rhythmic, like with the drums, I kind of focused on the actual progression, and I followed that so I could be able to make a better flow with the song versus trying to match it with the drums. So let's just listen back to that, and we're going to mess around and see what kind of rhythm or beat we can make out of these progressions. Yeah, so it's really fun to mess around with this progression, especially since you have these little chops, again, with the progression versus the actual rhythm. Now I again chopped up a lot more, so we're gonna listen to another part of the song. It has a little bit more of the vocals in it versus the very beginning, which just has like the guitar. So let's listen to the next part. So now we're gonna just try to make a beat out of these samples. So let's see what we come up with. So I messed around with a few kits, and I kind of favored this boom bap kit I found through my expansions on the MPC. Here's what it sounds like. I kind of like that beat I got going on, so I'm gonna see how it works with the sample. Okay. Yeah, something like that. So I'm going to record something like that into the DAW, and we're going to see what it sounds like. I programmed a beat into the DAW that would fit well with the sample we got going on. Let's listen to what that sounds like. Now the next part we're going to get into is kind of like a B section in a way. I want to add on to this progression we got going on. So the next steps I'm going to show you are what I added, which are the keys, like some extra, sampling pads that I put in there to kind of give it more meat in the bones, basically. I wanted to add some extra padding to the song because the progression it has going on right now is just two chords. Now the first chord is going to be a D major 7. And it's beautiful. And it just goes down chromatically to the next key, which is going to be a C sharp minor. Without the extra harmonics, of course, but I like to add that. We are going to do a little progression like this. Record that to the DAW. So the last thing that we are going to add is a wind pad. Sorry, I just realized I made that rhyme. Again, we want to add more to the texture of the second part, So we're just gonna do the same progression, but we're gonna do an octave lower. That way it kind of fills out the sound. Let's see what that sounds like. See, I don't really like the 9 in there. It kind of clashes with the rest of it. So let's take out that 9. There we go. So we are going to record that into the DAW, and we're going to see what that sounds like all together. I just showed you the keys and everything else with the pads. Now we're going to see what that sounds like all together for the second part of the song. That's kind of the idea I had when I listened to the song. Thank you guys for tuning in with me, and hopefully we can do some more practices like this. Now let's listen back to the full project, and that will be the end of this practice session. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and have a good day.